The oil industry is one of the largest and most complex businesses in the world, involving exploration, drilling, extraction, transportation, and refining of crude oil and its byproducts. In this article, we will explore the different aspects of the oil business and how they work together to keep the world running. 1. Exploration and drilling. The first step in the oil business is exploration. Oil companies use various methods to locate oil reservoirs, including geologic surveys, seismic testing, and drilling exploratory wells. Once a potential oil field is identified, companies drill exploration wells to determine the quantity and quality of the oil. Once an oil field is confirmed, companies start drilling production wells. These wells can be drilled either on land or offshore, depending on the location of the oil reservoir. The drilling process involves using drilling rigs to bore deep into the earth, where the oil is stored in rock formations. 2. Extraction. Once the oil is located, it needs to be extracted from the ground. There are two primary methods for oil extraction: primary and secondary recovery. Primary recovery involves pumping oil out of the ground using natural pressure from the reservoir. Secondary recovery involves using techniques such as water flooding, gas injection, or steam injection to force more oil out of the ground. 3. Transportation. After the oil is extracted, it needs to be transported to refineries for processing. Oil transportation is typically done through pipelines, tanker ships, or trucks. Pipelines are the most common method of oil transportation and are used to move large volumes of oil over long distances. Tanker ships are used to transport oil across oceans, while trucks are used for shorter distances. 4. Refining. Once the oil reaches a refinery, it is processed into various petroleum products, including gasoline, diesel, jet fuel, and heating oil. The refining process involves distillation, which separates the different components of crude oil based on their boiling points. The separated components are then further processed and blended to produce different petroleum products. 5. Marketing and distribution. The final step in the oil business is marketing and distribution. Oil companies sell their products to wholesalers, who then sell them to retailers. The retailers sell the products to end users, such as consumers, commercial users, and industrial users. Oil prices are determined by supply and demand. When there is a shortage of oil, prices tend to rise, and when there is an oversupply, prices tend to fall. Prices can also be influenced by geopolitical factors, such as wars or conflicts that disrupt the supply of oil. The oil industry is highly competitive, with numerous companies vying for market share. The largest oil companies, known as the supermajors, include ExxonMobil, Chevron, BP, Royal Dutch Shell, and Total. These companies have significant resources and operate globally, with operations in multiple countries. Environmental concerns are a significant issue in the oil business. The extraction, transportation, and refining of oil can have a significant impact on the environment, including air and water pollution and habitat destruction. Many oil companies have implemented environmental policies and practices to minimize their impact on the environment, including reducing greenhouse gas emissions, using renewable energy, and implementing sustainability initiatives. In conclusion, the oil business is a complex and multifaceted industry that involves exploration, drilling, extraction, transportation, refining, marketing, and distribution of crude oil and its byproducts. The industry is highly competitive, with numerous companies operating globally, and is subject to market fluctuations and geopolitical factors. Environmental concerns are an ongoing issue, and many companies have implemented policies and practices to reduce their impact on the environment.